I think so.
Back by unpopular demand. Hey!
Hey!
It's us!
Did you miss us?
Because we missed you. Did we?
No.
My neck hurts so bad.
I'm telling you, you should have had the rice and then it could have just been like sitting there.
Yeah, my mom used to have hot packs and they were like the store-bought kind, but they were literally just full of corn. Like I could feel it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I know it was corn kernels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that. I could just microwave rice.
That's what I always do.
The bender took a lot out of me.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't have a rally. Basically, for the fans, I was on not even as long. My roommate was on a longer bender and I was like along with her for the ride. But basically, like we've been going out every night since Wednesday and now it's Sunday.
Yeah, I only went out Wednesday and Friday, but that like killed me.
Yeah, my whole body hurts. But honestly, I don't have the scaries.
That's good.
I have
That's
no
honestly
anxiety.
the worst part.
And last night I left the bar by myself because I was like, I just want to go home now.
That's so fair. Me every time.
I was like, I'm gonna call an Uber.
Me when I call
and
Ty.
Hannah's like, no, I don't want to leave. And I was like, oh, but I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna go though, girl. Maybe that's what she called them.
No, it was after.
Oh.
Yeah, Hannah was just giving us the debrief, my roommate Hannah, and so now I feel like distraught, like I was so ready, I was locked in, and then now I'm locked in on her story time because it was like really funny.
Yeah.
But I can give you guys our story times instead. We can switch the topics back to us.
Yes.
The stars.
Yeah.
Let me think. Yeah, so we went to trivia on Wednesday.
Yes, and that was so fun because normally we go to trivia at this like other place, but then we tried this place for the first time.
And this one's better.
Yes, and the drinks were like the size of my head.
Yeah.
One head.
Like so many. I think it was 32
button
ounces.
to the top. Yeah.
Button to the top.
It was crazy. And then the questions were just like really like good and
they were
intense.
good. It was themed and they don't tell you the theme till you're there.
Yeah,
it was boy bands and like
and
I thought
also,
that was our niche, but I forgot that like that's like a 90s kids niche.
Because
like Backstreet Boys,
it was
like
literally
NSYNC, like we're too young for that.
The only thing we were tapped into was One Direction,
and Five
Sauce, and then like I know BTS, but like do I know?
Yeah.
No. Like I'm not ARMY.
And like obviously I know like who the boy bands are, but like I wasn't tapped in because I was probably like 5.
I don't know the songs.
Like
and like that's just
it's
not,
millennial core.
It's
it was
not for
they
me.
were millennial core questions, but some of them were a little bit less than normal. But I feel like every time we go to trivia, we just get like rocked by 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then they're older and wiser, I guess. When we're 30, I think we're gonna go and we're gonna carry and we're gonna see kids being stupid. And
they're gonna be like this phenomenon in the 2024 summer. Who was Charlie XCX? Was Brett Summer?
True.
Yeah.
What is a feminine nomenon, honestly?
But then the table next to us before we started, they were
talking.
Yeah, and then I was like, shut up.
And
like,
they were old.
Yeah, I was like, why are you talking to me?
They were literally trash talking us.
Yeah.
They were like, good luck, but not too good.
Yeah.
And I was like,
we have a secret weapon and it's this man in a beanie. And then I was like, well, we have love and friendship. So
I know. We were definitely the youngest people there.
Yes, and then oh my gosh, the boys who sat behind us, why were they wasted? Like I was like, I know I'm wasted, but like
they did pretty good too, and they were wasted.
Yes, but I just hated it because they kept like maybe they're influencers too.
Yeah, they were
like, why am I hating? Because they just had their phone out the whole time, and then honestly, I was just like chill.
I'm like, I think like part of it is my part of it is the weather, but part of it is like my post-alcohol. Like I think it like literally cured my depression. Not to like tell you guys to drink because don't drink responsibly. I actually was on a whole self-rant today about drinking responsibly and how I feel the same way about drinking education as like sex ed. Where like you can't just tell kids don't drink. Like it's like when people just teach celibacy and then like teen pregnancy happens.
Yeah.
It's like you got to teach them like
to drink in moderation
and like and to drink water and like promote the popular culture because I'm so over like people promoting blackout culture. We don't need to do that. Like promote like drinking one water for every one drink, you know?
True.
Like promote hydration.
True. But on Friday we were not following the rules.
We were not at all. But my post alcohol I like just feel so much like better and like more up. And I feel like the people like that we were clouding on for being influencer, like we were just yucking their yum.
Yeah.
And like I'm just out of my hating era. Like I've just been a hater for a while, and like maybe it is the weather, but maybe it was the dopamine of alcohol. So thank you for
this is crazy.
Sponsored by vodka shot.
I wish.
I'm out of my hater era. Like I woke up this morning, instead of scaries, I had clarity.
She said,
and I was like,
love.
Everything's beautiful. And then I went to the beach and I fell asleep, and now my neck hurts.
Yeah. Love did not choose you.
Yeah. But I'm still up. I'm still an anti-hater now. And yeah, I'm sorry for being hateful. And for clouding on those boys for being influencers, because same. But at least we weren't podcasting in public.
I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna hate on them because they were just like being like annoying. Because okay, also like the music was just really loud the whole time.
Yes, which
and
really
that,
angered
like,
me.
It made me like overstimulated, and then to also have them yelling on top of that, I was just like, everyone chill.
I just saw
like it is party time, fun time, but I'm also like at the same time,
it was
it's
just like also
night.
like the lights were on. Like we go into a bar and the lights are on, and it's dark, so like you kind of get blinded, and then the music's full volume, and it's like, what? And I took a shot before we went. Like, I know trivia is not like a going out, but I was like, I need to be on my A game.
It's at a bar, like,
I know, so I needed it for the social anxiety, for the confidence, for a little, to get me started, you know? So I wasn't sitting around anxious.
Yeah.
But no, instead, it was loud music, and then I was really overstimulated.
Yeah.
I was like, why are we here at this club?
Yeah. But it was really fun. The
music was too loud, because if you had like a lot of people, like you couldn't really concur.
I could barely hear Landon.
Yeah, I was like laying across the whole table.
Yeah, Harper was talking to me, and I'd be like, I can't hear you.
No, I'm like, I'll just write it.
Yeah, literally. I'll just text you.
Yeah, I think I don't really like music in social settings.
Like, I thought the music was fire. I just wish it was quieter.
Yeah.
But also,
I just think like if music's playing, I want to dance. So like if it's like even at like I don't like when there's music at restaurants. I get angry. Like it's just too loud. It's too loud.
Yeah.
Like I don't like music in social. Like if the reason you're there is to chat, we don't need music.
Yeah.
Unless it has no words.
I had a headcanon that they played it so that like other teams couldn't hear you.
I was kind of thinking that as we were recapping.
But then I'm just like, that's kind of crazy. Like
it didn't work because literally these men were sitting like behind Kayla, the ones that were influencers and were really drunk. Yes. And like one of them like made eye contact with me during the round we were crushing. There was one round where we knew every single
7 out of 7.
And they were like looking at us and I was looking at Kayla. So like obviously I could see him looking at us. And then I looked at him and I was like, don't look at me. And then we had got on a whole fight.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe that's why. Yeah, I started a bar fight, not clickbait, with a man, and I won.
Yeah. But
they actually
in the trivia, they had like a beer chugging competition as like one round, and I really liked that because then I got a free beer.
You did. I couldn't have done that. Like I couldn't have hung. Like I don't know why that night. Like I couldn't hang.
No, I mean you had like because she got a Long Island and it's 32 ounces.
I know.
Like that's a lot.
And I was like, I'm gonna drink this with like the whole time we're at trivia, and like I drank it too fast.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ate dinner. Guys, see, this is what I mean. Now I'm promoting bad behaviors. Guys, eat dinner.
You have to learn from her mistakes.
Yeah, please learn from my mistakes. I feel like when I was thinking about my rant, and I was like, I just feel like blessed in the way where like I was brought up around a positive drinking culture of like my sorority having you teaching alcohol prevention and like all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And having friends that go out with you and like one person always stays sober, or like one person is mommy. Yeah. And you know, like you can trust them. Like, yeah, I feel very blessed by like the friend group I had in college. Yeah. That, like I never had a bad experience.
I know. You were like my mommy. But then, okay,
yeah, someone mommied me, so now I'm mommy. Like, it's okay.
It's just like you low-key, like you have to like hit bottom to like want to come back to the top. You know what I mean? Like you gotta like, I don't know, like it's bad, but it's also like, if you never do it, you'll never grow. Like, I don't know, you know?
Yeah, I think like it's totally okay if you black out, guys. Yeah. I'm just saying we shouldn't promote blacking out.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the problem here.
I agree.
I remember I saw like some nurse on TikTok talking about how like Borgs were so horrible and it was gonna like ruin drinking culture. And then I was like, isn't it lit because it's water?
Yeah. Like, I'm not filling the whole thing up with vodka. It's like half water,
there's
half vodka.
like, do they not know that there's half water in it?
I don't know. To me, that seems good.
It's like Gator wine. I really want Gator wine.
I think Gator wine, but like
I've never
only
had
white wine. Actually,
really,
red
isn't it?
Fire.
They do it with red because it's like sangria.
Yeah, I think I just like white wine.
I saw that bald man that cooks on YouTube, and he was making Gator wine.
Like from
Babish.
scratch. Yeah, binging with Babish.
Binging with Babish. Yeah, he he was doing one of those videos where he tries all the things, and he was trying every Gatorade flavor. And then he was like, every time
Glacier Freeze,
he tried it, and then would like rank it, and then he'd put wine in it, and then rank it again.
So which one was
he was
on
a
top?
king. I believe like the blue one,
The light blue Glacier Freeze.
I love Glacier Freeze, bro. No,
That
I think like
the white one. And
I think he liked the blue ones, and he liked like berry, like it was like all the blues. And then with Gator wine, I think cool blue and orange.
I hate
the
cool
best.
blue, and I also hate orange.
I'm a cool blue truther.
No, I think Glacier Freeze, Mom.
Cool blue is the type of Gatorade you got to put water in.
She puts water in Gatorade. That's so almond, Mom. I hate it. I hate it.
It's not like I'm dumping the Gatorade out. You drink it, and then now you fill it with water. Now you get more Gatorade.
I don't like
it's
watered
life
down
hack
things.
It's life hack. More bang for buck.
Okay.
I think it's smart. But yeah, we went out on Friday after this.
And then I felt like death.
So we had recover of Thursday, but my roommate didn't because she's still in college and she went to our sorority's formal.
Yes.
And I didn't attend. Obviously, I graduated. And then Friday, we were like, okay, let's go out, period.
And that was my first time going out in like, I swear, like a month.
Oh, speaking of that, your shirt is here. And it's on that pile that Ty is sitting next to.
Do you identify my shirt?
It's all those clothes are clean, but it's on that pile somewhere. He doesn't
didn't
care.
even try.
It's like probably under the jeans.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's white.
I'm like, what shirt did I wear?
It was the absolute one.
Oh, fitting.
Yeah. But yeah, we went out and
it was crazy.
Yeah, there was so much that happened. Like it was one of those times where it was a planned going out.
Yeah.
So it's like we had a big group.
But it wasn't planned for me. I decided last minute.
Yeah, that's why Kayla's shirt is here because I really wanted her to go.
I wore all her clothes down
complete.
to like underwear and socks. Like it
And
was
shoes.
all and shoes. Like
Complete
it was literally
fit.
the only thing
And
that
my
was
makeup?
mine was like my earrings. Yeah, like I wore your
and my makeup.
Yeah. It was
Full.
crazy.
Yeah, it was mini me.
Literally.
Me, my twin.
I did have a really fun time.
I did too.
But I feel like that's because like before, like I feel like fall quarter and summer, I swear we went out every like Friday. And like especially Halloween, like we went out like all of October.
I think that's like a thing. It's like in the beginning of college, it's like you go out all the time because like you've never really gone out and like you love going to frats. Then like you get to a point where like
you're 21
frat
now.
parties suck, so you don't really go out for a while. And then you turn 21 and then you're like, oh my God, I can go to bars, I can do this, I can do this. So then you go out all the time again. And then you max out and then now your whole body hurts and you're a grandma.
Yeah. No, because Friday, like, I mean, I guess there's a lot of variables. Like I did mix alcohol, I suppose.
Oh yeah. Also, like, not to flex, but we didn't pay for anything because we were just like,
that's like my other reason of not going out was just like
paying because we always spend too much money.
Yeah.
Well, okay, this was also the thing. It's like, yeah, we were with a big group and this is my new favorite way of going out and I only want to go out with friends. Like before, I think I also probably had a little bit of a bad relationship with alcohol where I was just like, I hated like my week, so then I just wanted to get drunk on my weekend. And now it's not the case. I don't hate my weeks, so it's more just like, yay, fun time, little treat. Like, let me go out with my friends, and like I go out with all my friends, and then I only talk to my friends. So then I come home fulfilled instead of like this person was mean to me, or this person was weird, or
also there was
drama. Yeah, there's no drama. Yeah, there's no huzz because we live in Orange County, and like Kayla has a boyfriend, so like there's no like
my boyfriend chose.
That face is crazy.
He's like Michael Yagubian or Bowler Hat Man.
Who was the guy that you said?
Mr. Bobinski.
No, who are we talking about?
Corey. Okay, Corey's girlfriend, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Don't cancel me. But like, I didn't mean he was like built like Mr. Rubinsky. He just got like, I don't know, like Mr. Babinski in a good way because of how tall Mr. Babinski
We were
is.
watching the Slushy Noobs documentary right when it came out, okay? Because I bought the Patreon.
And like his mustache is Mr. Babinski.
And then I paused it. I said, "Who that in the back? Who that in the back?" And then we were fangirling.
Yeah.
If you saw last week's episode.
Yes.
And then Kayla said, "It looks like
Mr. Babinski, like, yeah, kinda. He's like tall. His mustache.
I didn't know who that was."
Yeah. So then she pulled it up and she got jump scared. You better put in a picture of Mr. Bobinski right now.
Picture of Mr. Bobinski.
Yeah. I love like Mr. Bobinski and Bowler Hat Man
Imagine like having a crush
on Mr. Bobinski.
No, having a crush, thinking someone's fine shit, and then they go, "He looks like Mr. Bobinski."
I don't think it's so bad. But I would kill myself if someone said, if they were like,
Yeah, what if someone said that about you?
I know, what if they were like, she's giving Ash Trevino? Like, I would, no.
They're gonna call Chuz on TikTok now.
I know. They're gonna be like, you look like Mr.
They're
Babinski.
gonna be like, why do they think they're hot? Like, they do look like Ash Trevino.
Yeah. Oh my god. Guys, please.
Also, like, I was just thinking today, because of my, like, clarity of I was like, it's nothing revolutionary. It was just like sometimes like you just have to have a thought to remind yourself, you know? Like you just have to like go through it and then be like, I'm fine. But then like literally how last week we were like, girls like can't do anything without being hated on. And then I was like, it's true because we're literally winning. Like we're so young. Like we live in California. Like we have like such a great little life. Like we just make a little podcast for fun. Like of course people are gonna hate. Like y'all just jealous.
Yeah. The huzz are mad.
They are.
The chuz are
and
mad.
it's like it's okay. You can be mad, I guess.
Yeah.
But keep it to yourself.
Nah, it's giving us traction.
True. Actually, your tweet just gave me clout.
Literally, like 40 comments on a TikTok. That's crazy. Granted, it's all hate, but
Granted, yeah, no one likes us, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I wrote some notes because there was stuff I wanted to talk about while I was waiting for you to come here. Oh,
yes.
speaking of TikTok, I was going through my TikTok account because post crash out, I was also crashing out too much about like social media, and I was like, wait, pause. Why do I actually care about the amount of views?
Real, right?
Because I was like, wait, if I liked a TikTok, why do I care if it had 1 million or if it had 300? Like,
yeah.
I was like, wait, pause.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for fun. I have to
Exactly.
So then I was like, I'm gonna watch like my old TikToks of when I just posted for fun, and
like
I
our
did.
freshman year ones.
Like freshman year and like basically just freshman year. And
those
then
were so fun.
during freshman year, our school reclosed for COVID. Like it. Like,
oh my gosh,
I forgot about that
because it was like we were able to like go to school, but
not
everyone
all
had to
of
wear
it.
a mask, and then
you
like
could only go to small classes. Like you couldn't go to like those fat lectures.
Oh yeah,
some
a lot of them were online,
Mhm.
and then I think it was like after Thanksgiving break or
It
something.
just closed again.
Like yeah, because like everyone was traveling, and then there was like a lot of
genuinely
COVID
forgot that
cases.
happened. Yeah. Also, like I think part of it is like people travel so far, and like a lot of people are international, so it's like
a lot of people are out of state too.
Yeah,
it was just like
it's just
there was just
like,
a lot of
everyone
cases.
had to quarantine before they came back. Like it was just gonna take too long. So yeah, I reclosed, and I genuinely forgot that happened. But I was looking at my TikToks because I was making so many at my mom's house, and I was like, why was I like at my mom's so much? And that's why.
Yeah,
but
freshman year, like I was talking to my roommates about this because they're 1 year younger, so they didn't experience this.
Yeah, I know.
And then I was just like, that was actually insane how like we had to go get COVID tested once a month. Like not complaining,
I forgot about that
but
too.
just living in like a post-COVID world, it's so crazy to be like once a month we had to get tested.
But
we had to wear a mask everywhere. We
like didn't eat at the dining hall. You had to like take it to go
for like a period of time. Yeah,
it was
and
like
then
so much stuff. Yeah, it was,
you
like,
had to do
you
like
could get
your
written up
thing on
for
your
not
phone.
having a mask.
Yes, in the dorms.
Like if people were in your room, you were supposed to have your mask on, which like we fumbled with that one. Sorry about it.
And like walking to like your room to the bathroom, you had like just like when you're in just like a common space. Like
see, I forgot about all this, and I remember my headcanon was like, it's never gonna be fixed. Like this is how we live now.
Right?
And I was like,
and I swear,
it just felt so weird. Like it wasn't like sad. Like this isn't the end all be all, but I just felt so like
it was just so different.
Yeah, like I was like, damn.
spring quarter, were we able to like fully unmask?
I don't know, because
live?
I remember also there was like weird social pressure of like when it was mask off, take your mask off, then it was like so many people would still wear their masks.
Yeah.
So then it was like, fuck it, mask on.
Yeah, right?
Like,
yeah.
or like certain classes, I remembered I would like wear my mask because it would be like my social sciences, and then I was like, they're gonna flame me, like they're gonna be like, why is like that sorority girl not wearing her mask?
Would just be like, I would really appreciate it if you guys
I'm like,
could.
okay, then
and then I'm like, yeah, I will. But yeah, that was such a crazy time.
It was, and I genuinely forgot about it.
I remember like the dining halls opening again. That was like so amazing, because literally, how am I supposed to like, not to be a biggie, but it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet essentially, and I'm limited to this one fuck-ass box and like a tiny ass to-go cup. Like,
literally,
I'm sorry,
not to be a biggie, but it's like, yeah, you get like 100 swipes, so it's like we used a swipe to get in, and normally you could just stay for however long you want. You could get 10 plates. Yeah, you could keep going back.
I agree,
but if you were getting to go, obviously you can't.
And it's like, I don't know if it's bus or not yet. Like sometimes the food would be deceiving. Like I'd only get a little and then I try it and then I would decide
or
like where I want to go.
Maybe like you would be like, okay, I want the main here and the sides there.
Yes.
And then like your favorite thing was that, and it's like I could have just gotten more, but I didn't know because it was takeout.
And like the to-go boxes, it was like one main section and two side sections.
Yeah, it was
and
quite
then
small.
I was like, I don't want my food to touch though. Like some things. Like if I
like my food touching.
But like if I wanted like grapes, but then my sides were taken.
This is a good
I wasn't
point.
about to put grapes on like gravy.
Like I never got salads when we did to-go's.
Yeah,
but then once it closed and like I could go in person, or once it opened I could go in person, I always got a salad.
Yeah, because also like,
but yeah, I wasn't gonna go in the box with a salad.
But like, yeah, I'm not taking up space in my box for a salad.
And then what? It's gonna get warm.
Exactly. And like the bevs, like, ooh, and it's also just like, we had like keys to swipe into our dorm, and they were just on the back of our phone cases, and you had to have your phone out to like show them. So then it was like your hands are full, and like our dorm wasn't like the farthest from the dining hall, but it wasn't like freaking Ty's where he just had to walk upstairs to his room. Like we had to walk up this skinny ass path uphill, and then like you have phone in hand, a box, and like a cup with a bev, and then it's like you have to like take the card out to swipe into the door. It was just like a whole ordeal.
I forgot about the fact that you also
bless you.
Thank you. I forgot about the fact that you also had to every morning like wake up and then have
and do your,
it
like,
would say like, do you have these symptoms? And you just had to say no. And then it gave you like a pass that said like you're clean. Yeah. Basically, I don't have COVID.
No, one time
that's what I was gonna say. The one time yours wasn't clean and they didn't let her eat.
Yes, they didn't let me eat. They took away my Wi-Fi. I couldn't pick up packages.
Why? Because you didn't get the COVID shot? Or?
Like, okay, I literally got my booster, but then I was too lazy to upload it.
Right.
And then they didn't do anything for a month. So I was like, I'm fine. And then like, all of a sudden one day they said blackout, you get nothing now.
The way that like it was done was so stupid. If you went to upload it, it just said what day did you get it, and then you just tell them.
Yeah.
And then you had to put it somewhere else. Like they wanted you to get blackout, no food for you.
Exactly.
Because like, bro, they got you so good. Yeah, we went to the dining hall and then she was like, oh, and then they were like, I can't let you in. And she's like, can't I just get to go? And they were like, no.
Because it said like you don't have symptoms, but there's like a big X on it. But I was like, but I don't have symptoms. Yeah. And they said, you're blacklisted, baby.
She literally got blacklisted from the dining hall.
And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that was crazy.
It was.
It's also like, man, I don't even want to eat your food. Like, oh, I know,
it's honestly mid. I don't even care.
Yeah. They used to have like a build your own sandwich bar, and then they got rid of it.
They were always switching up, and I know part of it is that they were understaffed post-COVID.
I agree.
But it just made us so sad. Like,
yeah, I was like, why would you start it?
Way too expensive. Living on campus is way overpriced. Yes. College in America is way overpriced, as it comes with. Mm-hmm. So then it's like we're already struggling, and then it's like you gave us one good thing, and then you took it away.
And like with the meal plan, it was like you were supposed to have guest swipes, but then like if your guests didn't go to UCI, they low-key couldn't.
Because they couldn't do the no symptoms.
Finesse it
well, okay, now
with a screenshot,
now
but
it works
like
because like I could go. Now.
Yeah,
but when it was the symptoms, like your guest had to show the symptoms thing too. So if they didn't go to UCI, they didn't have that.
And then why would my guest be from UCI? You have your own meal plan. Like
the only reason would be if they were older, which like I did a few times. Like I've also gone with like my younger friends to the dining hall.
Oh yeah,
as a guest, but not that often. I just did.
Yeah, like now, like, because whenever I'd see old people in there, I'd be like, I guess they really miss it, but I've never once had the desire.
Yeah,
like I'll eat at like
I know
the
people
other
that have gotten a meal plan and like are older.
Girl, me too.
And I think part of it is
not
like
valid.
they're like I think it only makes sense if you're a commuter.
Yeah.
If you like, I live 30 minutes and I still would just bring a food with me or like go home.
Or right.
I'd eat at home. Like, I don't know. It was quite silly.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does make sense if you're a commuter and you're literally there, like, your classes are, like, hella stacked.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, some people, I'm just, like...
I just don't know
if
it's even cheaper. Like, if you are a commuter and you have stacked classes like that, like, Tuesday, Thursday, is it that much more expensive to buy lunch? Like, is it worth it? I genuinely don't know.
I don't know. Because I feel like
it's like a meal plan is really expensive.
Yeah, even the cheapest one, I also think, like, how are you going to get through that if you're only here 2 days a week?
Yeah.
Because, like, you're only there...
there's different
maybe
ones for them.
Really?
Like, I think you don't have to get 100 minimum. I think you can get, like, 50.
Okay, I guess.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
10
if it's
weeks, twice a week, it's like 20 times.
That's true.
And then if you eat twice... 40 times?
Eating twice would be kind of crazy. Like, that would be a really long schedule.
Yeah, like if
they would have to like go
to
breakfast too, I guess.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you just eat breakfast and dinner at home?
Also you get Flexstein too.
Yeah.
Which that's
Flexstein
the only
was
OP thing. Because then you'd get Panda.
You get everything.
Yeah. So I'm like, I would do it for the Flexstein, but I don't want the damn dining hall food.
I agree. When I was going through like my old TikToks, I saw one I posted. And it was just like, get ready with me. And I think that's when that trend first started, like 4 years ago, when
like,
people
get ready with me?
would do their makeup and like just tell a story.
Oh, uh-huh.
Like, I know that's always kind of been a thing, but I think on TikTok, like that's right when TikTok was really getting big. Like 2020 was like the peak. Like, I think that's like when it started, was like 2021 when people stopped dancing on TikTok and they started doing long form.
Guys, Harper was on straight TikTok during quarantine. Isn't that crazy? She didn't know about like For Freak Show, like Deep Talk, like it was crazy. I was like, what do you mean you just watch them dance? Like, what do you... But I guess they did more because it was like Hype House. Did Hype House like actually post content, or was it just them like dancing together?
They were required to. Thomas made them post 3 times
but
a
then
week.
it was like, were they all dances or were they doing like... So they didn't even like do like they didn't do funny stuff. They just did the little
sometimes
jump.
Sometimes they did funny stuff, but like that was their funny. Like,
yeah. Like that's crazy to me.
I just saw Haley's TikTok she made today. That was like, this audio sounds like something like alt TikTok would post in straight to make fun of straight TikTok, and I was like, dang.
No, like I was like clowning her, and I was like, I bet you weren't invited to the tree, and she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you weren't invited to the tree. She's not invited to the tree. But I think that's just crazy because like, why were you on straight TikTok?
I was on straight talk because the story time that I'm trying to give.
Sorry.
I posted this TikTok about me coming out.
Oh, okay.
So this was my TikTok. I posted like, get ready with me, and I was like, this is kind of a rant, but like, I posted on my social media. Like, it was right after we went to Pride. And I guess I was facing backlash.
Oh my, because I remember that this one person was like, you're gay now? Of course it was a straight frat man.
Oh, I was like,
right? You know.
Yeah, I guess I was facing backlash, and I just thought it was insane because...
Facing backlash is just like a crazy like way to put it. Like she was like, that's like she was facing homophobia. Like she was getting hate crimed, guys. This is crazy.
It was a microaggression.
It was a macroaggression, babe. Like, what do you mean facing what lashback? Backlash. I was like, what's the word?
I'm laughing so hard.
Facing backlash for going to Pride and making a post and like coming out. Like, that's crazy.
My whole like story that I posted, like you can see because I put it back up.
I know. I like want to know what it is because I have like no memory of this.
I put all my TikToks back up that like I just made for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the original point I was trying to make 30 minutes ago. That I put all my TikToks back up because I just want my TikTok to be like how I used to do it. And then that was the point I was going to make. And then we talked about the dining hall.
Wait, but like, what was the backlash you were facing?
I don't know.
That's
but my
crazy.
rant was just like, I never really like talk about my sexuality because true, I wasn't walking around school being like, I'm straight.
Yeah,
I had never had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know why people just assume I'm straight.
We
That's
live in a
just, like,
society.
we just live in Orange County. So I was
Yeah.
like, I guess that's why. But yeah, I just posted it and I made the caption, I guess this is my coming out.
Yes, I remember that Instagram post.
And then my TikTok was like, I wasn't really trying to come out. I was trying to be silly.
Yeah.
But like people keep saying stuff. And then my point of my TikTok was like, I forget because I grew up with such a privilege of like, we lived in San Diego growing up. Like now we live in Orange County. But like, I feel like, especially where we lived, like, yes, San Diego's like pretty Republican, but I do think like it's a progressive place still. It's still like California. And my family is like very accepting and doesn't care.
Yeah. And it's like you surrounded yourself with,
yeah, I had like a
people
bunch of good friends.
Yeah.
So like I just like forgot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dang, because that's relevant to us now, where we posted a TikTok and we got a bunch of backlash. And I was like telling my roommate about it and what we said. And I was just like, it's just crazy because I say that stuff all the time to all my friends.
Yeah.
And no one's ever said anything.
That's messed
And then
up.
I'm like, it's because like I forget because we're like stuck in like our little bubbles of like like-minded people. And then I forget that like there's people out in the world that like don't agree with us. And if you don't, guys, just keep scrolling. It's totally okay. You don't have to watch. Like genuinely, like I don't know why I'm on your For You page either. Like,
No, yeah, that's just
like
why I'm
clearly like we don't
confused.
connect, so it's okay. But I was like, that's crazy that like I saw this that day, the day I was crashing out about haters. I saw the TikTok of me facing microaggressions,
facing adversity,
facing homophobia. Yeah, I genuinely,
that's crazy.
I don't think I've like. That's like the only homophobe I've ever like faced is like men just being like, so you're gay. And like being stupid.
Yeah.
So you munch box.
Yeah, no, literally. Well,
so have you ever had sex with a girl?
Literally.
That's like
So
the
do you
worst
eat
I've
box
ever, that's
or
like
what?
the worst I've ever gotten, I think.
Yeah.
Because yeah, California.
And it's also like we're women.
Yeah, so it's like hot.
So
to be
it's
gay.
like they're like, can we watch? Like, yeah. But also, like, I don't know, like, I recognize my privilege with that. If someone
Exactly.
literally called me the F slur, like, I would cry. Or if I
Yeah.
got beat up for being gay, like, I would
I know.
cry.
And that's
Like,
the
that's
thing. That even
awful.
happens in California. Like
Yeah.
which I like. I'm shocked every time.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, literally, I grew up with so much privilege of like literally not like thinking like I was like taught and just like led to believe that like racism and homophobia and all this stuff was like old news.
I know. Harper's always like, why do people do that? And then she's always like, but I would never do that. And I'm like, but baby, they're not like you.
Like
They're not like you.
my family, like
I know, you're always like, but my mom would never say that. And I'm like, because your mom's
it's, like,
chill.
because even though when like I was a really little kid, we went to church, but I went to like a Methodist church. Like there's pride flags there. Like, you know, and I just think like my mom, like her parents were really good. Like my grandparents are lit, but then obviously still generational. But then my mom was probably really surrounded by people that were like had the stigmas, all the phobias. Because then she like made it seem to me as if there's no more. Like she's like, people other places think that way.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure like they do.
They're gonna call me a pick-me again.
Maybe. White
so
saviorism.
Yeah,
Wait,
true.
what was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of church, it's Lent season. Did you know that?
Yes, I know of church.
Well, I just didn't know if you knew it was Lent right now.
I did know it was
because
Lent.
I keep seeing the Filet-O-Fish ads.
Yeah, we
And
didn't
that's, like-
do Lent. Methodist, we didn't do that.
Yeah, because I was like, I grew up Catholic. like hardcore. I'm confirmed if y'all know what that means. But like I just like was talking to Ty about this the other day, and it's just core memory that like we would participate in Filet-O-Fish Friday, and like that was like honestly.
But what's the point? Because they're giving up meat.
You can't.
I know
you're not supposed to eat meat on Fridays during Lent.
Oh,
and then you
I didn't
also
know that. I just knew you gave something up.
Yeah, and then you give something up.
At
yeah,
my,
as
like,
well.
Elementary school, it was like all the girlies would just like rise up and like say that they were gonna like, give stuff up.
Oh, period.
Because like there would be like some girl that I was friends with who like was Catholic.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, like I can't get a cookie because I'm giving them up for Lent.
That was me.
And
like,
so we
I'd
would all
always give
like
up sweets.
we would always end up picking something.
Yeah.
And then probably forget about it in like a few days. But like I wasn't Catholic, but I remember giving things up for Lent all the time. Just
One
to like
time-
I thought it was cool.
Like
I was like, I want to be part. I just want to be part of
something.
something. And like I'm like, okay, I'll give up smoking weed. I'm like 5. Like I don't know what I was giving up, but
in high school,
fun.
I was like, I'm gonna give up gossiping, and then like,
I remember that.
Yeah, I folded like because there was just a lot of hot goss. Like I don't know.
Yeah. See,
And also, sorry, I'm the biggest gossip I know. Like I know that's so bad, but it's like I love the tea, and
I was on my high horse for a while. Like my high horse pick me era of being like, we shouldn't say bad things if they're not here to defend themselves. But
boy,
like everyone does it. Like it's bad, and we shouldn't promote this behavior.
Like it is,
but the type of gossip we say isn't bad because it's like. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was also thinking about this today where I was like, I used to like in high school, it's like if you knew something, then it would just be in your mind, I think, all the time. So you just had to tell everyone.
And also like you were to be trusted with. We knew one person who was not.
But I think like low-key I wasn't to be. I mean with you, yeah.
I was gonna say
like we were locked in.
Exactly.
But I think like if like someone was just like, oh, this happened, and then later someone was talking about that person, I would have to be like, well, Kayla said this. Like I would have to because it was like in my mind, and it was like
Guys,
that was the bad behavior. This is the bad behavior I'm talking about. But now I was like, literally today, I was like, I have like my like few friends. Like I got my roommates, I got you, I have like Alana, and I have a few hometown friends, and it's like everyone else is like a need to know basis.
I agree.
Like these people are like, it doesn't, I don't care. Don't like, didn't ask. I'm telling you anyways.
Yeah.
Like it's like I see Hannah when I'm making food. I'm guess who texted me?
No, literally.
But anyone else, it's like I go see them after a while, and then they're like, "You did what? When? You had a boyfriend for 6 months? Like all this tea?" And then I'm just like, "Oh yeah," because it's like I got it out once, and now it's out.
No, literally.
But in high school, it wasn't like that. It was like I couldn't stop.
Exactly. Because also, like now, I mean, I guess it's just a part of growing up. Like you care about dumb stuff less. Because in high school, it was like down bad for any tea. Like I'd be like, "Who is that? Sure. Don't care. Still gonna talk."
Yeah,
about
exactly.
It. But now it's like
now when like my friends from home tell me the tea, I'm like,
don't care. Didn't ask.
I can't even try because I'm like, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's crazy that one girl did that thing, but like.
It's like it'll be like it's like watered down for them because they don't really care. They just heard about someone they care about from.
Yeah.
So then it's like extra watered down to you. Because if like Cohen was like, he did actually tell me some hot goss that I need to tell you after this. It's
Cohen,
really
she's
juicy.
Telling me the tea.
It's really juicy.
Cohen always watches the pod. I saw his comment.
He does.
So
and
guess what, Cohen, I know your
yes.
secrets. Kayla tells me
it's
that.
Not even see, but here's the thing, it's not even his. Like he's like kind of a part of it, but
it's like,
not
it's
really.
The same thing where it's like Cohen to me is to be trusted, and also he's not in like my circle. If for some reason something happened and I didn't want people to know, if I told you and you told Cohen, wouldn't affect me.
Exactly.
Because like why would it matter to me if Cohen knew?
Yeah, but my point was that like I care about Cohen and Cohen cares about these people. So therefore those people's tea is important to me.
Yeah.
But then if it's like this person's telling me tea that's not even important to them,
I don't even
it's
care.
Like, yeah, why would
that's
I care,
how
girl?
I felt a lot about Greek life when people would like mention someone that like, yeah, I've met them, and then mention like someone they were dating, and then I'm like, well, I don't even know that person, and then mention like that person's frat bro.
Yeah,
and then
I'm just like you're just name dropping.
I'm like now I'm lost. Yeah, now I don't care.
Like yeah, they just wanted to tag everyone. Oh, and blah 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 was there, and blah 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 was doing this.
I don't know. I feel like I don't like the gossip anymore. But my biggest complaint of being unemployed and not in school has just been that I don't have drama.
Yeah,
because I was like but after going out, like now I feel feel fixed.
Yeah.
Like talking to strangers, like talking to my friends, talking to my friends' friends. Like I feel like I have too much going on actually.
Yeah.
And it's lit because I just didn't used to have anything to populate my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I just want like a problem.
Right? No, I know what you mean.
I'm like, I got no problems. Like, that's
Just,
so
like, a new
sad.
little-
Like, girl, you should be happy. And see, now that the sun's out, I'm happy again. Like, I was just
agree.
in my depression era, and I think everything was making me mad. And then it was making me mad I didn't have problems. Be real. Stand up. What are you talking about? Like, that is so lit.
Yeah.
I have no problems, and I was
think
mad about
literally
it.
is
Come
just like
on.
seasonal.
I
Because
know.
today the sun set at like 7, and I was like, 7?
Yeah, because International Women's Day is the shortest day of the year.
Dang. Wait.
How does that make
is,
you feel?
I
It's
mean,
daylight
really
savings.
bad.
That's why it's set.
Is
late.
it daylight savings right now?
Today? That's why that's
Like
why
it's happening today?
Yeah, that's why the
Or it-
sun set different. Like it was overnight. So yesterday was only 23. Or International Women's Day was Friday or Saturday.
Saturday, because
It was Saturday, and
Wait, so it happened.
at
like,
night.
at
so
2
we didn't
2
ever
a.m.?
have that hour.
So did we went ahead an hour?
I don't know. All I know is I slept till noon. I always forget.
I
how
woke
daylight
up at
savings
11
works.
and I was like,
I just
what?
know when it gets longer or shorter, but then I always
Yeah.
forget what that means if we went ahead or behind.
Wait, Ty, did we gain an hour or lose an hour? Lose?
Lose, I guess, according to Ty.
But it felt like I slept longer, not less.
Because
Wait, does that... I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I woke
the
up
sun
at
is setting
11.
later now, and I slept till noon.
Yeah.
And I woke up and like
No, because I was like,
was
why
really
is it
like
11?
yeah, I was like really shocked.
But I also like I do wake up at 11, so I believe
no, like
it.
I've definitely slept till noon, but I
Yeah.
feel like when I sleep till noon, I wake up early and then I fall asleep again. So that's why I was
yeah.
shocked because it felt really early, and like I said, I left the bar early, so like it was a long sleep.
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay, that's I don't know. Yeah. That's so freaky. I love like staying up and seeing it happen, but I guess I missed it. Also, didn't Donald Trump make Women's Month like this month like Irish Heritage Month or something?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I thought I heard something about that. That's what I was gonna point.
That's cool.
Or no, it's not. It's Women's Month.
Oh, it is Women's Month.
But then he's
I
trying to,
just
like,
mean,
rebrand
why,
it.
Why Irish though?
Because Saint Patrick's Day. I don't know. That's
sure.
my head.
Oh my god! I also wrote in my notes like, "What's the tea with St. Patrick's Day?" Because we've never been 21 for it.
Yeah.
And by the time this
and
is
we
up,
don't go to like a state school where they go crazy.
and like
We go to
last
nerd
year, it was
school.
like, yeah, I just went to the frats all weekend and like wore green. But it's like this year I graduated, and like Kayla doesn't do that. So it's
Yeah.
like, what do we do and when? And it's on a Monday. So is it like the weekend, or like do you go out on Monday? Is it a daytime
I'm down
thing?
to go during the day on Monday.
Yeah, like in the day. We were talking about throwing a party and like going out, but like being outside and like in the sun and like
that could be everything.
making like I really want to make a Borg.
A husball.
I want to make a Huzzball and I want to make a Borg.
I told Ty about husball and he said, "You should put me on it." I said, "No."
Nah, he's Chiz. We can write Chuzzball.
Chuzzball. I don't want a chuzzball.
The mini ones can be Chiz. And the big one can be Huzz.
You're not even going, so you won't even see it.
He doesn't want to come. I
No,
didn't invite him.
I literally was like, "Will you go out with us on St. Patrick's Day?" He said,
It's one of those holidays where I fear we're only going to care about it like twice in your life, you know?
I agree. It's like I feel like
next
after,
year, like,
yeah,
why
after
would I
I'm
care?
done, like, why would I? Like, this is my last year of college. Like,
yeah, I feel like if next year I care, it's just going to be like me and my friends get a drink after work kind of vibes. Like,
we're gonna get a Guinness.
I think this is like a holiday for the 21-year-olds.
Like, yeah, I will be down to go to Malarkey's because
right, it's Irish pub.
Yeah, but I hate.
Well,
that
yeah,
place.
okay, yeah. So basically, guys, since this episode's going to come out and then St. Patrick's Day is the following Monday, I want you guys to leave in the comments for us. What is the tea with St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
If you don't go to Cal Poly Slow.
Yeah, no, literally. I was like, guys.
Like, is it the whole weekend? Is it a daytime thing? Is it a nighttime thing? Is it the whole day? Like, I saw the, like, Malarkey's posted, our local Irish pub posted, it's open from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. And it was like, get here early. So I was like,
6
Like,
a.m.
should I go at 6? Is like
Boy.
I'm like, guys, is it St. Paddy's? Like, do I wake up at 4 and like get ready like they do?
Yeah, what?
But
I also
I
need
wish
to
I experienced
find
that one time.
I agree.
St.
Ty, can we
Paddy's.
go to Slow? Will Gavin get us in?
Should we go slow?
This is our last chance. Wait,
it is
did
our
he
last
graduate?
chance.
Does he still like live there? Okay. Yeah.
Wait, guys, maybe we'll
and
go to
don't
St.
you have,
Paddy's.
you have other like Bella goes there too, right? Okay, yeah, we have an inn. We could go. We could. Okay, chat. Should we go out to Malarkey's or Slow? How far is it?
The bar we go to every time, or our only time to go to St.
3
Paddy's?
or 4 hours? 4 hours?
It's definitely pretty far. Yeah.
What?
You didn't go with me.
No,
I was like,
I've
we
never
went.
been. Is it by Bakersfield?
It's like directly to the coast from Bakersfield. Like we just go like straight.
Oh, like the beach of Bakersfield.
Sure.
Interesting.
It's not really on the beach. Pismo's on the
thought-
beach.
Oh, I don't know. I just always see those bitches posting of them like in the sand beach. I guess all beaches
It's not
have
that
sand,
close.
but- Really? Oh,
It's pretty close.
It's not like a coastal town.
like it's not like here.
Really? I thought it wasn't. I thought like Pismo was their beach.
I mean, it's not like Newport, but like
I thought it was not that close.
Don't dox us, Ty.
They know where
Me
we live.
doxing.
I'm looking on the map.
Yeah, but also I'm scared of Slow because like I'm a POC. Like I don't know, y'all fit in. They didn't tell me.
right now.
Yeah, but like other Asian people come here. Like we go to an Asian school, so that's why I feel safe. Like, are there Asian people there? Have you ever seen one?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a quarter Viet. Not to be.
Counts.
Yeah, it counts, but he has like he's white passing. He has that.
Okay,
privilege.
Ty clocked me because yeah, it's a 20-minute drive. But like in my mind, it's far AF.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know why. That's crazy. I don't remember what we were talking about. And also, like, nothing Ty said is going to be on the pod. So now it's just going to be a one-sided conversation. Everyone's going to be confused. I'm going to be
Who are
staring
you
at my phone.
talking to?
Guys, who are you talking to? What was he
Who's
saying?
Yeah.
What was he saying?
Shut up.
Now
I
he's
told
mad.
him I was like, you could be a guest, and he said, if I'm ever a guest, there needs to be like a really good topic.
Bruh.
Like, why are you looking at us like
Said
that?
it was her show earlier. So
He was like, you're gonna be late, and then I said, it's my podcast. We can go whenever I want to go.
It's true. It is true.
He was like, you're gonna be late. Hurry. I said, it's my show.
I mean, yeah. You're not
just wanna,
wrong.
like have something to give you.
I also think like we have to wait until we make enough money to buy a third microphone.
Oh yeah, Dev.
No, you guys can share.
Yeah, he could be right here.
You can like interview him and be like, okay, speak.
Yeah, for real. My turn.
Like we did last week. Oh, when our mic died.
Yes.
Bro, this is our first one without a technical difficulty.
Right? Knock on
So
wood.
far. So far.
Were you ever like superstitious as a child? Like I genuinely do this to this day. Like when I'm
Oh.
like, please, please, please. Like I really hope.
No, I think like some of it was just like childish wonder, like a wishing on the star, like a not walking under
Oh.
ladders just because someone said to do that.
Yeah,
like
and,
a
not
four-leaf
stepping on a
clover.
crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like even as a kid, I feel like I was very what's that? It's like realist. Like it's like pessimist, optimist, and there's like realist.
Yeah. That's
I feel like
probably
even
the
as a
word.
kid, I was like realist.
Damn.
Where like I would be like, my mom's back isn't gonna break.
Yeah, true.
I can
was,
step on the
like,
crack.
I was realist in the sense that like
I just liked it more for fun.
yeah. But like I just like I don't know. I feel like it was just the way I raised because like my parents did not prioritize Santa. They were like, "We got you these gifts," and then I was like, "Yeah, Santa's
I
not
think
real."
also like me being the youngest was like
oh,
I was too. Because I could tell too, like I could just tell my brothers were like being.
right. They were just like acting.
Yeah, I could tell because they were doing a bad job. They didn't gaff
Yeah.
because they're not that much older than me. So it's like
yeah.
I just think like I was like whatever. But yeah, I always like really held on to stuff. Like I remember like talking about Santa Claus and just like being like.
Right.
I know it's not, but like,
Yeah.
but what if? And I'd
you-
watch the movies and I'd be like, oh, but like, maybe.
you believe in
like,
Tooth
I just really
Fairy?
wanted. I did for a little, and then I was like,
I knew it was my mom slipping me a $5 bill.
I
under
think
my
it only
bed.
worked the first few times, and then I was like,
it honestly gagged me though, because I'm like,
$5, you're rich.
Yeah.
We got like coins.
You're Tooth Fairy, bro. What the hell? Nah.
I got like $1.
But I think it's also because I was such a baby when it came to like pulling out my teeth, so I needed like more incentive.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's I like that one. I think it's a good incentive
Yeah.
for the children.
Cause like,
But it's like also kind of silly. Like I feel like it should be candy. Like why are we giving kids money?
well, if you give them candy, more teeth are gonna fall out. I guess that's what the fairy wants.
What you gonna buy with $1? Pack of gum?
Nothing. Yeah.
Candy
Literally
bar?
Nothing.
Like I don't know. I just
don't know,
like
yeah.
also I wasn't like I didn't grow
Also,
up.
yeah, why did we give kids money?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't grow up in a financial household. Like me having money didn't mean anything.
See, I did though. Like that was like a big like thing in our family. I get maybe
I probably
it's, like, a
got
cultural
all of my
difference.
money from Tooth Fairy, and then probably that was the money I was spending when I was like 12 going to the mall with my
Yeah, that's how I
friends.
feel. Cause
'Cause, like what was I doing with it?
like all my that money, like Lunar New Year red
Mhm.
envelope money, like I think my parents
I just had
definitely
it.
took like I think I started only getting the profits when I was 10. But that's okay. What was I gonna do with it? But then
no,
also I'm like
I occasionally would have money. Like that's what I'm saying. Like my Tooth Fairy
Yeah.
money. Like I've just random stuff. Like my dad's mom, like that grandma. Like I never really knew her, but like every now and then she would like send us a birthday present, and it would be money.
yeah, right. And then
And then
they'd
I'm
be
just
like,
like-
I'm gonna hold on to it for you.
Yeah, because it's like, but also my mom like spoiled us. Like I really was just getting anything I wanted. So it was just like,
yeah, what?
because also, I mean, yeah, I was spoiled, but also I didn't really want things.
I know what you mean. Or it's
Like-
also like spoiling a child. I feel like you were like an easy child where you were just like, I want silly bands. And that's like what? A pack is like $1.
Yeah, and then I
at
was
the grocery
good
store?
for like
Yeah,
months.
you know what I mean? Or you'd
Like-
be like, I want one chocolate bar. And
right,
like
that's what I'm
it.
saying. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't like that type of spoiled where we were
Yeah.
dirty rich, so I was just getting everything. But it was like, yeah, I was getting anything I wanted because I wanted silly bands and candy.
Exactly. You didn't
like, I
want
got
like
that.
a pony.
Yeah,
like
I
it
was
was
chilling.
chill. Yeah.
I agree. But yeah, definitely was a little bit spoiled in that department. Maybe that's why I was only getting quarters.
I feel like you were spoiled in the sense where she was just like a yes man, not
She
like
was.
spoiled rich brat.
Yeah,
She
if
was
we
just,
were
like-
rich, I would have been.
Yeah, that's
Because as soon as
how-
my mom started like turning profit, like as soon as like my brothers were out of the house, like less mouths to feed, like her
mhm.
business was booming.
Yeah.
She was like, "Let's go
What
to
do
the
you want?
mall."
Yeah, Aritzia shopping
Yeah,
haul.
She was like, "Oh, you need new clothes? I got
Let's go.
you."
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely would have been insufferable as a kid if we had money.
Yeah. She had to grow up
I would have been
humble.
crazy. Yeah. I know. Now I still don't like things. Like I don't know. I just don't want to have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like moving all the time. Like literally all I want right now is editing software and like better microphones.
Yeah.
That's all I want. And seafood boil.
And seafood boil.
Yeah, everything I want to spend my money on is normally like food.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And it's also
I don't
like
really
I
want
don't even
items.
want fine dining. I just want like to eat out every day.
And I want
Like,
to DoorDash.
Yes, like
I want the Wingstop here.
yes.
Even though like it will be double the price.
yes, but like yeah, exactly. Like I mean Nobu would be cool,
Yeah.
but like I don't need it.
No, it's like yeah, it would
Like,
I also I
want
view those
In-N-Out
kind of
every
things
day.
as like it's a treat. Like now that like my mom has more money, it's
Mhm.
like for my birthday, I want to go to a little nice restaurant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those give like occasion.
Yeah, like that's a like celebration to me is like eating
Yeah.
a really nice meal. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want that. I just want like the Wingstop delivered to my house.
exactly.
That's really what I want.
Exactly.
All of the time without having to be like no, only once every 3
Right?
months.
Yeah.
I already had one though.
Mm,
I feel like
I mean 0 calories, right?
true.
Is there sugar?
No, but there's caffeine. And I always say that, and you're like, it doesn't matter. There's like no caffeine in a Diet Coke.
I agree with
like,
myself.
to me-
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
like whoever
I'm like,
said
you would
that,
make that.
yeah.
So
she's
true.
really good. Yeah. Because
genuinely how I talk to myself, though.
Yeah,
like, I'm like, good point.
Literally, I'll be thinking, and I'm like, dang, I ate with that.
I'll be like, I ate with that. Sometimes I have a thought that's really philosophical, and I'm like, should I write this in my notes app?
No,
And
literally.
I'm like, and do what with it? Like, it's your thought. You're not gonna forget.
In case there's ever like a TikTok trend and you need a
True.
screenshot your
That's
notes
true.
app.
In case our podcast ever blows up, and then I can be like how
Yes.
Emma Chamberlain gets all the audios of her being really like woke and mindful, and I'm like, doesn't everyone think like this?
That
I think like kids
girl,
make that though.
I agree.
And they've
Like,
genuinely never heard it, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
but also some people,
I do think it's beautiful to hear people talk like that, though.
Some people just like, I swear they don't have like revelations.
I
No tea, no shade. Not even
agree.
like being like you're dumb. But I just
They
feel like some
don't.
people
Well,
they just don't be thinking
Me
about
and my
these
other
things,
friends were
'cause it doesn't
talking about this a
concern them.
lot, where we're like our common denominator of our friend group has always been that we're like reflectors and we're like working on ourselves. And I didn't know that people weren't like that for a long time. And then I was like, it comes like, for me personally, it comes from a little bit of self-absorption of like, I have to be perfect and like I must always be fixing these flaws about myself. It's like one person says one thing and then I'm like, I need to work on that now for like ever. But yeah, I didn't realize that there's people that are just content with their life and they just like
they
just do the same thing all the time.
People who never think twice about their actions.
I also like, I don't want to hate on these Emma Chamberlain edits. Actually, statement revoked, because I think it's very good to be spreading that type of media of like people being good humans. Like I just saw Cynthia. Oh, I always forget her name. Yes, thank you. I always forget her name.
I was like, "There's no
way." She was just
way.
interviewed at I don't know, an event. Whatever happened, I'm not tapped in.
Maybe it was the
I
Oscars.
reposted it because she was so beautiful. Like she said such a beautiful thing. Let me see what it was.
Okay, yes. I was gonna attempt the riff, but I won't even do that.
It was like, what was one word of advice? Like so many people like look up to you. So many people like want to be you. What is one word of advice? And then she was like, don't be me, like be you. And like, it was just very like, come on, the thing you always hear of like be yourself. Like, but it was like phrased so beautifully.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the type of stuff that needs to go viral.
Yeah.
Like we need to be talking about like people uplifting other people in such a good way. And it's like, I feel that way about myself recently of like, so being like when I was too consumed with social media, being like, I just want to be funny and clipped and like this influencer, I like this. And it's like, girl, if the people watching you wanted to watch that influencer, they would just watch that influencer. You don't, just be yourself.
True.
Just be you. And if we have fans, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's driving loud.
I know. But yeah, the Emma Chamberlain thing, like, yeah, all the hate she gets where they're like, you just never went to college, so you never made these like realizations, blah, blah, blah.
I don't think she's that old though.
I don't think so either, but they were just like, because you know how we're always like,
I agree.
like once you go to college, you like learn a lot and like that, like not even just like knowledge, but
we're
like
the same age. This girl,
yeah.
Oh, her birthday. We're like twins. Look at her birthday. I didn't know that.
One day off.
One day off. Yeah, I do think it. We used to talk about this a lot of like, especially like our first 2 years of college, where we would like see our hometown friends or see our friends younger than us, and we would just be like, "There's genuinely nothing wrong. It's just like when you go to a college and like you live on campus and you're surrounded with all these people having the same experience.
Finding yourself.
Yeah, it's like you are all like accelerating your growth so fast, and like you all notice it, and you all like are talking about it, and then you go home, and then you're just like, oh.
Like, and then you go back home and nothing's changed, and then it makes it like all the more like starkly obvious for you, where it's like, I've changed so much.
It gives you an identity crisis. I feel like that's why I was bad at keeping up with my hometown friends the first few years of college. Is like, it was also self-absorption of like, I was thinking I was too good for them for a while, and then it's just like, I'm not. Like, I don't think that way, guys. Like, it was just like, yeah, like college just like, it really just changes you so quick.
Yeah. Like, it's like you learn, obviously, that's what you're here to do. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like you because like in high school, I don't know. I just felt like I was just trying to like fit in, obviously, duh. Like we all do that. But then like when you go to college, it's like even if you're still trying to fit in, there's not really even an in.
Yeah.
Because like everyone is just so genuinely themselves.
And you just surround yourself with people more like yourself than in high school. Like things that weren't even available to you. Like and there's no social pressure. Like you can just start a new school and then all of a sudden be like, I've always liked gaming, but I never gamed. So like I'm gonna join gaming club.
I'm a gamer.
Worse, I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
And then there's no hate ever. Like I remember when my oldest brother went to college and then he was like in a bunch of nerdy clubs because he's nerdy, and then he was like
LARPing.
so happy, and I was like, I remember him coming home and like talking about it, and I was like, I've never seen this man speak with so much passion.
I know, it's
like
so
I was like, this is
cute.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like so excited for college for so long.
I agree, and I love that. Like I feel like I've gone through so many like aesthetic like changes throughout, and that's just like, it's just like so fun.
I agree, and I think that's part of why I want to stay in school, because I'm like, I'm not ready to be done. Like I don't want this to be my final form. And I know like people that didn't go to college, I know you guys still have revelations, and I know you still like mature.
Yeah,
like this isn't hate.
Yeah,
I'm just saying from our own experience.
Yeah,
like college is what accelerated that for me.
I
and what
agree.
like boom, all of a sudden
I also
changing.
think it's just like being independent. Like I'm not independent for real, because like my parents still do support me and all that, but it's just like living in your own space with like someone else, and then it's like that like honestly
and
taught
having to like
me
deal
so
with
much about me
all the time.
Yeah, right, because it's like before, like if like my room is so messy because I don't care, but then like having a communal bathroom and then being like, oh shoot, we all need to start
being
cleaning
mindful.
it. Yeah, it's just like, it just shows you a lot about yourself that you might have not known.
And like we complained at first, I feel like, I mean, at least I did, of like no one helped you like pick your classes. It was so stressful, and we were just talking about how the website's awful and like all these things suck, and it was like, it's kind of good that they just throw you in and they don't help you, because that's like the first time that ever happened. I feel like it was like the school counselors were making our schedules in high school, like we were just checking boxes and they were doing it. And then it's like we were like, we want to be in these classes, and then they would just put it for you. And now it was like, even that was like so hard and so crazy, and like I remember being so stressed, and I was like, college is so hard and I haven't even started.
Literally.
And like it was just making classes.
And then it'd be like, my classes are full and I'm not even at UCI yet. What am I supposed to do? It
was so drama. But yeah, I think like it was those things that were good for you. A good struggle. Struggle that we had to overcome the hard struggles.
I'm not looking forward to like the real world hard struggles.
This is why so many people that are like 22, 23 like have like their identity crisis, and they don't know what to do, because all of a sudden like it's real life and not schedule.
Yeah, because I feel like
the system, like
school is just such a big part of my identity.
I agree.
Like I'm like, what am I going to be if not a college student?
That's how I feel.
A young professional.
No, I'm like, what's my LinkedIn right now? Nothing, bro. It's always said student.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's my profession
the
right
way
now?
I still have like
I'm
my
nothing.
old job on there, just because I don't want to like let them know that like I'm jobless. Like I gotta look like I'm up.
I know. I like don't know what to put on anything when they're like, "What's your job title?" I'm like, I guess I'm unemployed.
Yeah, literally. Well, you're gonna be a student again.
I know. It's just this weird limbo.
My dad really wants me to go back to school and get my master's, which honestly, like I might, because since he works at like SDSU, I get like
be part-time.
Yeah. And I think it's like, it's not free, but like it's definitely like a big chunk off. So I'm like, I could.
I think like I've complained a lot about the school system growing up, and like how it's bad and how you have to take classes you don't like even in college, and like I don't know, all these things. But like now, like having completed it, being out of it, I'm like, I genuinely think like it's a pretty good system. Like my problem with it is it's just expensive. My problem is it's not free.
Dude, when in high school,
why are you in debt? Like,
I remember like one of my teachers was like, you would go to UCSD and take a class for $50. I was like, $50?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And all our textbooks were free.
Yes, I was like, that's why my dad has like all his freaking textbooks, because they weren't like $1 million bajillion dollars.
Yeah.
But also like, I don't know, thank God I don't have to buy, because I'm in woke social science classes, so but
my first few years I definitely had to buy them.
I've only had to buy them when it was like my STEM classes, because the STEM classes, the homework is through the textbook, which is evil.
I feel like once a quarter I would have a book that was like, I actually had to get that book, but then sometimes it'd be free.
Yeah.
And then all my other classes would like only be PDFs, or it's like if I didn't have the book, I could have still gotten an A.
Yeah.
But like once a quarter, I feel like I have one that's like textbook heavy.
Really? Because all my sociology classes, they were all like, it was like a different article a week.
Yeah.
It was never never a textbook.
I mean, we were talking about this not on the podcast, but a lot of my professors, like were doing research.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
they were doctors because they had published like their thesis or whatever, or their doctoral.
They had like a PhD, yeah.
So we would read it. Like that would be the textbook for the class a lot. Was like their published work.
I feel like that's only ever happened to me like, well, okay, actually I didn't even know because in one, like a different class, one of the assigned readings, I was like, this last name, like this name sounds so familiar. And then I was like, oh, it's because I've taken her class. And then I was like, that's kind of cute, like using each other's papers.
No, I was
like,
taking a class once and they were like, we're going to read this book by this person. And I was like, I own that book because I took that class.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm like, I know that professor. I took their class. And like, that was like so crazy. It was like, this overlap is insane.
Right.
And one time my grandpa was reading a book that was assigned for my class.
Gosh.
And I was like, hey, I met the guy that wrote that. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, he guest lectured in my class. And like, we read part of this book. And then we were like talking about Israel, Palestine. And I was like, look at my woke grandpa.
Yeah. See, my issue is though, like, I feel like I've learned a lot here, but at the same time, I feel like I know nothing.
I agree with this.
Because I'm like,
I feel knowledgeable, but not like fact. Like, I don't have facts.
Yes. Like, I'm like, because obviously, like, a lot of concepts that, like, racism existing and, like, sexism and homophobia, like I already knew all that existed, but now it's like a deeper understanding of all those things. But like, yeah, like I couldn't. I think part of it
was like reading a different article every week. Like part of it was not like we didn't read a textbook for a year, like in high school.
I just feel like it's kind of like
it's just so much info, and now I just get the concept really well.
Yeah,
and I can't really cite anything.
But like, what I was gonna say was like STEM people, like they learn more tangible things. Like Ty like learned how to code. Like that's so different. And me, I'm just like, what's like because like I guess I already knew how to write, but like that's the only tangible skill I feel like I have gained. So now it's just making me like nervous because I
agree with this. I also feel like I talk like an idiot.
Yeah,
like my vocab is so bad. I'm so brain rot.
Next week, don't even worry, we'll level up. But yeah, like I don't know. It's just like it feels like there's nothing like tangible. Like I'm just like I understand things really deeply and like in a very nuanced and complex way. But I'm just like, but what did I learn? Like if someone like when people are always asking like, what'd you learn? I'm like, I don't know. I learned about bronies.
That's my problem with social science is it's not a scam, and that's not what I mean. But in the way of like it's a scam is that like you just get sucked in. It's like because I'm not complete. Like they're always like a lot of my professors told me like with social science there's not a lot you can do with just your degree. Like most people will get their master's or their PhD, and like that's just like the kind of major it is. Yeah, and because I feel like I need more. Like I don't feel tangible. And even when I took law classes, because I was pre-law for a while, my professor, I love him. He was always like, we always got our exams open book, and they were really hard because they were testing you on concepts and the books are just like laws. And he was like, you don't need do you think lawyers have this all memorized? They just remember the stuff they do all the time because they've used it a lot. But he's like, lawyers have Google, like lawyers have textbooks.
They have their like research library.
Yeah,
like,
and so he was like, so you guys can have that too for your exam because you would have that.
I hate when people are like, Mama.
But that's why it's like we can't cite sources and say all these facts because it's like we don't really know anything. And if I need to know it, I could just whip it out. Yeah, I could be like, I think this much, like this percent of this, and then I can be like, let me look, and I boom. Yeah, like you kind of do only need concepts. We're in a concepts world.
I agree.
Because I'm not debating. I'm not debating Charlie Kirk.
I get pissed when it'll be like the STEM classes and they're like closed textbook. I'm like, but you made me buy this, so I'm gonna have it for life. So why can't I use it?
Or like when you could have a cheat sheet. Yeah. Also, I never used my cheat sheets. If I did, it was like writing on the cheat sheet was studying. Yeah. So then like during it, the only time I looked at it if I really wanted to double check, and normally I already knew. I was like, this is on there. I know it's on there, but I was like, But I think
Right?
I already know, and then
Yeah.
I'd go look and I'd be like,
I get
yeah.
really mad when they say no cheat sheet because I'm like, but there's a 1 million.
I almost always made them and then just like delete it. I was really good at equations. I think I'm very STEM brain.
Oh,
Like I was very good at
just
memorizing
like,
those. That was a
yeah,
strength of mine in high
no.
school. Like I never used my cheat sheet
mm,
because I would always have them memorized.
dang.
I don't know why. I was math brain.
That's what I thought I was. But okay, maybe it's just like when I came to like college, I just got lazy. Because I would say I was good at math in like high school and such.
Which side of your brain is it that's like the logic and then which side is the art?
I don't know. My guess would be left is logic and right is art. Let's see if I'm correct.
Right.
But left gives more artsy.
Right brain is creative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I always think that left
Right?
is more artsy.
Yeah.
I was told by I keep seeing these videos on my YouTube recommended that are like 60 seconds. And they like it's called 60 seconds. Like that's like the thing. And they literally are a minute. And this professor said to clasp your hands like this. Just like naturally. Yeah, ours are the same. And they said if you put your left over right, then you're right brained. So you're creative brained.
I think it makes sense.
But I think that made more sense to be the opposite. Like I was like, if my left's on top, shouldn't that be like because that's my left thinking brain? But he said it was
True.
the opposite. So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just remember I did it and then I was creative and I was shocked because I was like,
You're so
I thought I was, I always thought that I was like a fake. I've said this so many times and I still believe it, is I've always thought that I want to be artsy, but internally no. Like born to math or born to artsy, forced to math.
I just think like it's like no tea, no shade to some people out there. Anyone can memorize. A monkey can memorize something and like apply it. Like anyone can do that. But it's
they
just
have
like,
that passion I don't have though. It's
exactly.
Like, why? They
I
love
don't
it for
know.
some
they
reason.
do. Yeah. Like no tea, no shade. But it's just like anyone
even
can
like
do that.
I was always good. You were too. We were both really good at STEM.
But
in
I
high
also
school,
just think like
and we just didn't love
the
it.
high school system just like repressed my writing because I genuinely do enjoy writing and IMO like I think I'm good at it. And I just think it's like the way, like, well, duh, it's the way you think, like, it's your brain.
Yeah.
But like,
It's the way you act.
yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you don't act, like, not calling you crazy, but like, you don't act logically. You know what I mean? Like, or
really?
I think you're like definitely more logical than me and one of the most logical people I've met. But I don't think it like you don't let it dictate your life.
I just
like
think
you're
I'm very in my head all the time.
I think so too, but I don't think that's what it is. Like you're not like
that's what I always viewed
you're not
it
like
was,
a scheduler person.
I always
that's
viewed
what I
it
view
as like artsy people are like the free spirited like type B people.
That's how I think.
And I'm
you
not. You think I'm type B?
I mean, you're like less type B than me, but I just think like you're like you like want to like challenge capitalism and such. Like I don't know.
That's true. I'm just an anarchist.
Yeah, because like I don't know. To me, like type A logical is like wake up every day at 7, and then you go on your morning run, and then you like go home, make a coffee. It's just like it's giving very scheduled, very planned, very
like
organized.
That is how I was born. Like, I feel like I was, and I have actively unlearned that for the last 4 years.
Oh, I see.
Because I literally studied, like, anarchy and, like, capitalism and governmental systems and how this is all social construct.
Can we take those quizzes so then we can find out? Like,
sure, we can let you guys know in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I make the edits of the TikToks, because, yeah, guys, we don't have an editor. It's me. You think you're arguing with an intern. You're arguing with me and my TikTok comments.
Literally. Who's the mod? Us.
But yeah, when we take all these tests for the TikTok, I'll put the screenshots so you guys can know.
Yes,
and so we can know.
I love those quizzes.
I do too.
I love just BuzzFeed quizzes. Those were my
throwback, bro. I know. I think that also like needs to be psychologically studied of like kids growing up putting themselves in boxes,
right? That's
because
just
that was like
society
a whole
thing.
childhood. Like we would do that. We would just hang out in my room and sit on my floor and like take BuzzFeed quizzes.
Like we still do that. Like when
Sure,
we
we
were
still
like
do it.
with the cakes, I was like, you'd be Black Forest, and I'm a confetti cake with the
This is
sprinkle
so
surprise.
This is so true.
Like yeah, but also
because it's
I
like
kinda
it's a
love
form of
that.
identity to like
Yeah,
just relate to something.
low key, I feel like it's like kind of my calling. Like if that was a job, like I'd be so good at it.
BuzzFeed.
Isn't Ty so silicone? Like if he was a material, he would be silicone. It's not offensive.
No,
I'm
but
just
his
saying-
stare was funny.
But like,
You ate him
isn't he
up.
silicone?
Yeah, you ate him up. I agree. Yeah, you're good.
Like right? Like
I think
don't know.
that's also like a thing is when people that are really associative, that's like a characteristic people have. You definitely have that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just love doing that. Like
Mhm.
clocking bitches. I don't know what you call. I'm a clocker, professional
I think
clocker.
yeah, that just makes sense. That's just how you think about stuff. Is like
Yeah.
that's how everyone thinks. Is
I
you
kinda
relate
hate it,
things
though,
to things you
too.
know.
Just like putting people in boxes.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's my problem because that was always my problem with sexualities. Is like that's going back
I'm
to my
just
talk.
like too into it.
It's like I
yeah.
didn't want to ever label anything, and then when I watched Euphoria and like Dominic Fike maybe
Oh, okay.
one of the characters was like I'm just nothing, like I'm
Yeah.
just me, and I was like that's how I feel about myself.
Maybe that was rude.
But then I take like all the quizzes and like I
enjoy
just
it.
and I enjoy it and then I learn more and then I'm like but I really relate and it's like I just want community so bad.
I agree.
So it's like I want to be in the bisexual community, you know? Like I
Yes.
want to like be in this community.
We
I want
don't
to be in
claim
this
you.
community. Dang it. Ugh.
You
I
can't.
gotta
You're not
get more
invited to the
vibe.
tree.
Or like when I see those things, like I love reposting the memes that are like Gemini as a cake.
Yes. No, me. Yeah.
Like I always put them on my little spam account because they always clock me. Or it's like
Yeah,
May
right?
people, like I sent you July people. They're just like
Yeah.
because it's like they're so funny.
I agree.
And I just
yeah.
I like the feeling of
I
seeing.
think it is just like sense of
I think
community.
it's also like not that men can enjoy this, but I do think it's a woman thing of like wanting to fit in.
Yeah.
Like a young woman thing of like you
Yeah.
just want to be seen and you want to fit in.
I
And like you
wonder
found a community that you perfectly fit. and
I
you're
want to
yes.
like respawn. Well, not forever, just like for like a week or something for research as like a middle school boy, and like I want to know what goes through their head. Like, are they like I want to fit in? Or
Definitely.
I mean, I guess it's like but like in the way that like girls
It's
did.
just like all the movies I see about them that are like that. It's like a nerdy boy, or it's like a gay boy, or it's like you know, it's never like
I want to be the jock boy.
yeah,
though, and see if he
it's
feels
never
like
the
that.
ones that like are perceived as fitting.
Yeah.
that are like studied.
Yeah, because
in
like
the short
you know
films
how
and
like
the indie
we
movies.
just like felt perpetually embarrassed for like literally doing whatever. Like oh
Mhm.
my gosh,
I
like
still do.
yes, okay, but like core memory is like family vacation. Picture this, you're 10 to
Mhm.
13. You're at like the hotel pool with your family playing, and then a group of like 20-year-old men come by, and you're so ashamed and embarrassed.
Right?
Why?
Why?
They don't even want you. You're
They're
a
not
child.
perceiving you
They're
either.
a child. Yeah. They don't gaff. They're just like, oh, family, kind of
Well,
annoying.
I
but
still
like,
feel like
why was
because I
so
used to be really embarrassed to do things alone, and I was like, especially when I was like 16, like I didn't even want to like go through. I remember I went through the In-N-Out drive-through one time alone, and I saw people outside at like with their friends that like went to our school, and I was so embarrassed. I'm like, what if they see me? And it's like now I'm not embarrassed of doing things alone, but I'm so
Yeah.
embarrassed of doing things. Like I'm like. I was gonna go to like my sororities like senior events, and I'm like, I'm so embarrassed that like I post on TikTok and now they're gonna see me. It's like, how is that embarrassing that I post on TikTok?
right?
Like everyone posts on social media.
But yeah, I do just like, I just want to know what it's like to
I
be
agree.
a man. Also, I want to know what it's like to be white. Like, I want to respawn as white one day.
It's like
Just for a little. Not so bad. Like, I don't know. I just want to, like, because it's like, you can't, like, you don't really know until, like, that's you, you know? Like, I
true.
just want to know, like, I want, can we, like, brain swap or something?
Freaky Friday.
Or did you ever watch the movie I told you to watch? It's What's Inside. Oh, but no, I guess because it's like still your brain, you're just in a different body. Like I want to be in your brain.
I used to think that
Yeah,
all the
right?
time, especially when I had really weird issues, and I still do. I've talked about my feet problems before.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've just always had really weird issues, and I'm like, I just like want someone to be in my brain and tell me if this is normal.
Yeah.
Like I know I could go get a doctor to diagnose me. Like I know like I could do a physical, but it's like they're never going to understand your brain.
Right.
They're never going to
exactly.
understand like the physical pain. You can compare it, but it's like how
Yeah.
people when that first time I've ever heard this, I'm sure you've heard when people were like if I told you like this is pink, it's like we might not even be seeing the same thing, and how'd we know? Like this might be my orange of what you see. And then it's like the first time I ever saw that, I was like, what? And it's like I just want like to swap with someone so they can tell me and I can tell them. Like,
yeah, but also I do want to be in your body and just like see what like 5'8" looks like. And I want, well, you have experienced 5'3" probably when you were like in middle school or in
okay,
fifth
you
grade.
always say 5'8". I don't think I'm 5'8".
I think so. What do you think you're 5'7" or what? You're not 5'6". Let's be honest.
5'6", 7".
Okay. To me, you're like a 5'8" man, like average male.
Okay, I agree. I'm the same height as a man that's 5'9".
Yes.
But like
yes. So what's the truth? 5'6" woman equals 5'9" man. Make the math. Make the math.
Yeah, I agree. I can't believe my camera's dying because I swear they're always this long, but I think this one is longer than normal. Another long episode.
I think we did 3 chunks, 3 rounds.
Another long episode.
You're welcome, Cohen. He's the only one I know
I know
that watches them all.
No one watches the whole thing. Like I saw like
Ty watches them too.
Our views have been like going up, like just as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, but I think like people probably only watch the beginning. Like I don't think people really get to this part. So if you do,
shout out.
Because I'm like, I just don't believe it. Like I don't believe that people watch the whole thing. I'm sure they just watch the beginning and then go bored.
I agree, right?
Because they also don't know us and we just like only talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
So they're probably uninterested. But we'll do our little segments. We do these every week if this is your first time here. This is my hyperfixations. Finally, I started Severance after being it recommended a million times. And Ty's nodding because maybe Ty will know this person too, Moist Critical. He made, yeah, I knew he would.
Oh, he knows about Moist Critical?
Because all the boys do. But he put me on. He was my selling factor. He made a video about how Severance is so good and it's worth the hype. And I was like, fine, I'm sold.
What are you watching it on?
Apple TV.
Oh, you have that?
But of course I do. But I was like, it's just one of those things. It's kind of like how I felt about Good Place, where it's like the concept is just so crazy. Like, how did you write such a thing? How did you do that? And then also my hyperfixations are seafood boil.
Yes.
Soul music because the sun is back.
Yes.
And I really want to be a bartender. That's my new plot. I've been looking into like bartender training, bartender school, just like being a bar back and working your way up. I'm trying to figure out what the best option is. But yeah, that's my new thing is I want to be a bartender and I think that'll be a good summer job.
I like used
Lots
to
of tips.
really want to do that. But TBH, I get like already annoyed with like even like my friends when they're drunk and I'm sober.
I do agree, but yeah, that's a good point. I just think I wouldn't be that annoyed because they're giving me money.
Yeah, and it's also like
it's different than like being a bouncer.
You hold, like the power.
Yeah,
like if someone's annoying, you don't have to take.
I just
order.
want to walk over to them. But yeah, what sold me is I saw a guy on TikTok who just clearly is a bartender. Like he's like young, definitely like 22, and he just like set up his camera and he was like fit check and like he was just and then it was like kind of like a time lapse of him like working and I was like and like all the other bartenders were also young and I was just like this kind of sold me. Like I was like I always was like that could be a good job for me.
Crazy, though.
But I was just like it looks so fun
because everywhere we go, I swear they're always old.
I know.
But I'm just
me and Hannah's plot right now is Hannah wants to work at a restaurant again. So she's going to be like a server or hostess. Yeah. And then I want to see if I can be like a bar back.
Yeah. That could be fire. I also think it's just the bars we go to, of course. Like, I think if you went to like gay club, like they'd be lit.
Yeah.
Or
I just want like a little side thing. Like I would also
yeah.
just work at a bar in the day if that's what they wanted. Because like most bars are restaurants. It's just like, it'd be a little side thing. I could save up some money.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be fun.
Okay. My hyperfixations. I'm really like getting into Big Bang Theory right now because like I watched Young Sheldon, loved it. I think you should still give it a chance, even though you hate it. But like I don't know, Young Sheldon sold me, and then at first I was like, dissing.
I just don't like sitcoms.
Oh yeah, I think I really enjoy.
I only like random episodes. I don't like watching. Like I get so tired of them.
See, the crazy thing is, it's like it is like where you just watch random episodes, but like. I like get really into the plot, no? I get like I don't know like if I miss an episode I like
shows like growing up but Yeah.
But yeah, like at first I was deterred because there was like a laugh track, but then like I honestly got over it and it's really
yeah.
good.
Well, yeah, I really liked them when I was like a little bit younger, like when I was like 16, 17, because I really liked Full House. I watched like all the comebacks. Like I watched Fuller House, and I watched like that 70s show is one of my favorite shows of all time.
True.
And then I watched like that 90s show when it came out.
Oh, Modern Family, like I don't know, like I'm sure you have seen it, but like that just like really put me on because that is like best.
I haven't
like
really.
I love.
I'm
when
just
it's,
also I'm deterred from long shows. Like if things are like 7 seasons, because I know myself and I can't quit. So I'm like, it's like an addiction. So I'm like, I can't let myself start something that's 7 seasons because then I'm gonna watch 7 seasons. Of
like
it.
yeah, that's why I like it, because I hate when I really like a show and there's 3 seasons and now it's over and then I'm like, now what? And then
it's like it's a little bit of discipline for me.
Oh,
of like I can't just be watching.
I'm such a binger. That's also what
I am too.
Like,
but
at
that's
my
the problem.
core.
It's like I can't go to sleep now because I gotta finish this.
Baby, you don't sleep when you're dead. Sleep when you're dead to watch a TV show is kind of crazy, but my mindset.
I'm so scared the camera's gonna die. I swear it's not that much longer than normal.
No,
and I charged it. It was fully charged.
I do think it's like 27 more minutes more than normal.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'll keep going quickly. And then also still obsessed with Vanderpump Rules, but the biggest hyperfixation this week is Ryan Higa because of our old video.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
if you haven't saw our old video that I promoted a bunch of times, so I hate you for not watching it. But
yeah, watch it.
It was pretty good, and I kind of ate with the editing.
I agree. Like I watched it and then I enjoyed it, and then after that I was like, or I was watching it with Ty. Obviously.
I just need to lock in more when we edit, because before I was just doing it to like, I need to get out content this week, and now like that one was just like a passion, and I'm like, bring back YouTube as my passion. What am I doing, bro?
Yes, but yeah, and like I don't know, he's just good and funny.
Yeah, I agree,
and he's cute.
Yeah, I'm trying to put you on Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah, I'll need to like
the new video is so good, and I keep seeing TikTok edits of it, and I'm like, people love it because it's a really good one. He did a really good one.
It needs to like organically show up on my YouTube a lot, or I'll give it a shot. Danny Gonzalez. For real, I'll give it a shot because you gave Slushy Noobs a shot and then you really liked it. So.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Also, like, I'm sure we have the same crash out of like this is my crash out of the week, is that we tried to film this on Friday and it was so bad. Yeah. We were in such a bad headspace. It was just I just been having such a bad like few weeks of just like being so like, I have to know what I'm doing with my life, and I have to like, if I want to do podcasts, we have to be famous right now so that I can make money, and like, and I was like going insane, bro. And then I just like literally, like I said, like crashed out, and then post Bender clarity of like, whoa, life's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm like, wait, all this is for fun and silly. Yeah, I'm like, actually, everything I do is actually just funny and silly, and because I like doing it, and if I don't like it anymore, I'm just gonna stop. So then I did. I just like stopped doing the things I didn't like anymore because I was like, wait, I have free will.
Period. No,
especially right now. This is like the only time in my life I'm gonna be a little unemployed girl living in Newport Beach. Hello, this is awesome.
Exactly.
So yeah, now I'm up again and like no more discipline. I like went to the bar for so many days in a row, and I
hate discipline. No one needs that in their life. Y'all are boring.
That was the hottest of the takes. No discipline. Do whatever you want. Authority. Question authority.
Yeah. Like yes, it is good, but I think like, why are you gonna let this arbitrary idea rule your life when you should rule it? I don't know.
I agree. Within reason. I think if you're a morally sound person, you should be able to just like have a good treat yourself.
Yeah.
If I mean some of these other people would do crazy stuff if there was like nothing.
Yeah. I just think you should give yourself a little grace. It's okay you didn't go to the gym today. It's okay you slept in. Okay. Like it's okay you ate
and it's
not
like,
rice and chicken.
If you are doing those things and then you're really happy, like later you're like, oh my God, like I'm so glad. Like I was working out every day for like a month, and then after like we would get ready and I'd be so annoying because I'd be like, body's so sick. Yes. But then guess what? I stopped doing it. But I was really hyped that I did. And that was a good discipline because I actually did a good results and I didn't hate my life doing it. Working out wasn't bad to me.
If you have a genuine,
but if you're doing something you hate,
reason,
why are you doing it?
Exactly.
If you hate the gym, why are you going every single day?
If you're just doing it to do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing it because you genuinely
want to. You're just doing it so that you're hot, that also is stupid. Be happy, not hot. Like
To
that's
be
what I'm
chuzz
saying.
is to be
To be
free.
chuzz is to be free. Because what? Like they're just going to the gym every day, so body will be T, and not because they like working out.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a little silly.
Yeah.
Like be healthy, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But like,
but you don't have to hold yourself.
who
to
you trying to look good
ridiculous
for?
Standards.
Yeah, don't hold yourself to the standards at all. Who you
To be
trying to look
chuzz
good
is
for?
to be
Look good for
free.
yourself.
True. If you're happy,
To be
I'm
chuzz is to be
happy.
free. Yeah, honestly.
but yeah, my other crash out is just Sheena from Vanderpump. I hate her, and
Oh, yeah,
Ty
and I don't know the
freaking
tea.
glazes her every single time. And I tell him like, you
Fight
can-
right now on
No,
camera.
I'm always like, next time you say that, I'm punching you in the face. I get so mad. Yeah, I'm like, you can think this, but I don't want to hear about it. I just
See,
hate
this
her.
Is like the
I hate
problem
her.
Is I've always said I'm not the type of person that like thinks it's funny when people are angry, but you're one of the
You
people.
do.
This is the problem.
You always
is
laugh at
Kayla
me.
gets angry about things that I genuinely, it's so funny.
It's not
Because
funny
it's
to
not
me.
like to me that's so good. It's like I've always been like when boys bully you, like a guy was dating like thought it was funny when I was actually mad. And I was like,
ew.
That's like the type of
yeah.
shit your brother does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's like, why are you doing that? Like, that's
Yeah.
not funny. And it's like, it's only funny if we're both laughing. But when
Yeah.
Kayla is crashing out about this thing and she's actually mad, like, I think it's like, this is my problem. That's why I'm literally always like, fight, because it's always funny.
It's not. Harper, she's so bad. She's so awful. I hate her.
But this is what I like. I like that you care so deeply about things.
Yeah, it's because I'm a Cancer. That's like always my downfall. Like that Cancer sun in me. Like
It's
I
the
love
yuck
it
your
about-
yum. I'm not trying to yuck
Yeah.
your yum. Like, if these are the things you care about, I'm here for it. I
Like-
just like, it's funny to me because I genuinely could never care.
Yeah. I know.
couldn't.
That's like what like I love about myself the most, but also hate about myself the most.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why has this show made me like cry from happiness and also like want to punch my TV out of anger? Like it's a freaking show. And like that's just me with like everything in my
I know,
life.
and you were telling me about it. You were like, but they're real people. And I was like,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know them.
Yeah, it's like, why do I care? And it's also like,
And
it's
like,
just,
they're rich. Like,
yeah, it's just like every aspect of my life. Like, I'll care so much about everything, and it's just really emotionally draining. I'm just like,
I think
wow.
that's lit.
It's, yeah, being a water sign.
Yeah, I can't relate.
Yeah, air sign. Like, see, that's like what I like despise. It's just that like carefree nature. Like, you will
Mhm.
care, but then like you'll have your moment where you'll be like, meh, don't matter. I live a good life.
Because yeah, I'm like air, water, water. So it's like
Yes,
I
you're
care very
balanced.
deeply, and then I'm just like, I live a good
See,
life.
I'm like a water sun, a Cancer sun, a Sagittarius rising, a fire sign. That's why I'm always heated. And then
Yeah, I
an
have no
air-
fire.
And then I'm an air moon. So it's like I have all these feelings, but then like I don't know what to do with them because of my Aquarius moon. And that's my downfall.
I see.
But I also like when people say
See, this is-
astrology is fake,
back to-
that clocks me.
I was gonna say back to the community thing. Like I used to be on that train. I think also because I was just a pick me of like being like astrology. Like I don't know. Like I'll check my horoscope, but like they're just saying things that are so like anyone can relate. I don't even care. We feel seen, so we like it. Yuck
I
or yum in the
agree.
comments. Go
like
ahead.
it literally
It's
reads me to
making
feel.
us happy. So why are you hating?
This girl
Arguing with the wall like
Yeah.
no one's hating.
Ty's hating.
Ty's hating silently.
This girl in Vanderpump, she's like a professional astrologer, and I'm like, maybe that should be my thing. Like, she just reads people's like birth charts, and then I'm just like,
I think it's so cool.
I want to be
And
read.
like tarot cards, I think it's so cool.
Yes, no, one
And
time,
it's like it's so cool to feel seen. There's nothing
Yes.
wrong with wanting to feel seen.
literally this random, or not random, it was like Cohen's neighbor, but that was my first time meeting her. She read my tarot cards, and it read me to filth. And it's like, I didn't, okay, maybe I was giving her stuff to work with, but it's also, this woman doesn't know me or
Yeah.
anything about me. So I'm like, how can it be fake? Like,
I know, and it's like you want to believe it, and it's like no one's saying this about religion.
yeah.
So it's like, why can you guys hate on me and that's socially acceptable, but I can't like hate back? And I wouldn't because I'm not a hater.
Like, you don't believe in stars that you can see, but people will believe in a god that they cannot see. Like, I don't know.
Clocked.
I don't get it. And also, hasn't astrology been
That's what I was
around
gonna
for
say. It's been around
millions
forever.
of years?
So I'm like also like
yeah.
it's not like the thing the bisexual women made up.
Yeah.
So it's like when people like categorize us like that, I'm just like, this is all like it's just another old thing that's been studied that people like and they feel seen by.
It's like
and like why are we why is it like that's just some dumb thing women like?
The same people
it's
who like
women.
they hate astrology. It's like, but you would take the ENTP quiz and you'd be like, I'm an INFJ. And you stand by that. But like, why can't I stand by being a Cancer?
Whoa, you clocked.
Right? Yeah, or the Enneagram test. They're like,
that-
I'm a 2, but why can't I be a Cancer?
I truly like believe in destiny to a point. Like, the fact that you were born is like the tiniest percent. I've always seen that, and then also the fact that you were born at that day on that time is also the
in
tiniest
that
percent.
place.
Yes. So then it's like, why can't I see what the stars were doing, and then that's saying that about my life, and like, and I identify with it. Like, I'm not letting it dictate how I live, but I am feeling seen.
Yeah. And that's on period. Leave your big 3 in the
everyone comment.
And I'll reply to
everyone
them.
Comment your big 3, and we can tell you if I'm romantically compatible with you.
Literally so
Finding
true.
love on the podcast because I'm not doing my
We're
Hinge because I'm over it.